Hello and welcome. This is Mira Kelly, and today we are going to work with the energy of the Eight of Pentacles, the tarot card Eight of Pentacles, in order to open up a steady progress within your life. And so let's begin by noticing how your body feels in this moment. Scan from the crown of your head down to your toes. Feel any areas of tightness softening, like ice melting under a warm sun. Your forehead smoothing out. Your jaw is relaxing. Your shoulders are dropping. And your breath now becomes your anchor. The steady rhythm of your breath grounds you in the present moment. And now please invite the energy of the Eight of Pentacles into your awareness. Remember the card. It depicts an artisan, a craftsman who is dedicated, who is focused on crafting pentacles with precision and with care. And this image represents your own journey of mastering your craft, where steady, consistent work leads to mastery. And as you think about the Eight of Pentacles, what stirs within you? As you think about being consistent with action towards your goal, what are the thoughts and feelings that arise within you? In this process, we'll work with a series of affirmations, why questions, and also hypnotic suggestions to program your subconscious. Affirmations will declare your truth directly. Why questions assume positive outcomes that are already true, and they prompt your mind to search for evidence for the reasons why they're so. And this creates a reflective, inquisitive space where your subconscious explores and also affirms and accepts a new reality. And hypnotic suggestions will weave in the deep understanding of effortless change. And now let's start with this affirmation. I'm committed to showing up for what matters to me. And feel into it, feel the strength in this statement, as if the artisan's steady hammer strikes. I'm committed to showing up for what matters to me. I'm committed to showing up for what matters to me. And now please answer this question. Why am I so committed to my daily practice? And your mind begins to seek answers now, and maybe you're recalling times of quiet dedication, or you're envisioning the future with ease. Why is it so natural for me to show up consistently? And now your subconscious mind absorbs this commitment, making it automatic and joyful. Why is it so natural for me to show up consistently? And continue to breathe in and effortlessly breathe out as the questions invite your mind to receive insights. And now affirm with me. I embrace consistent, steady progress toward my vision. I let myself be consistent. Why is it easy for me to make steady progress in my life? Why does each small step feel fulfilling? And why am I so skilled at focusing on one task at a time? Your inner mind now aligns with this progress, and you move forward with ease, with grace, enjoying the progress, enjoying the process. And now imagine yourself in the workshop of the Eight of Pentacles. The room is warmly lit, the tools are laid out neatly, and the air feels filled with potential, filled with joyful exuberance. And you are the apprentice, you're seated at the bench, and you're working on your own pentacle. And this pentacle symbolizes your goal. And so, as you shape your pentacle, ask yourself, why am I so dedicated to accomplishing this? Why do I enjoy mastering the little skills, the little steps along the way? And please affirm, I develop skills with quiet satisfaction and pride. I develop skills with quiet satisfaction and pride. And every time you engage in the practice of working on your pentacle, because it is a practice, you will sense a deep fulfillment. And this deep fulfillment will reinforce your dedication. And now let's continue to shift your mindset from doubt to discovery. Instead of affirming, I am successful, which is true and it's already a given, it's granted. Let's ask, why am I so successful? This will open the door for your mind to find proof and to build the belief organically within you with your own reasons. And in the context of the Eight of Pentacles, this question honors the card's essence, the beauty of repetition, the beauty of focused effort. Why are you so successful? And now here's another question. Why do I enjoy repetition in my pursuit? Why do I enjoy repetition in my pursuit? And why does repetition feel like a rewarding rhythm instead of a chore? And now let's affirm, I clear away obstacles and make meaningful progress. I clear away obstacles and I make meaningful progress. And obstacles dissolve effortlessly as your focus sharpens. Your inner wisdom guides you and you feel certain in your progress. Just like when you take a walk in a lush forest, each step represents a day of practice. And as you walk, obstacles such as fallen branches gently move aside. You effortlessly step around them, unbothered, steady on your path. And please answer this. Why am I so effective at clearing my path? Why am I so steady on my path? Why is my progress smooth and steady? And now inhale peace and exhale any remaining resistance and doubt. Why am I so focused on one step at a time, mastering one moment at a time, rather than overwhelming myself with the end goal? And now, congratulate yourself for your dedicated work. And please take pleasure in how you're able to use your abilities through dedicated work. You're doing so great. And as you allow yourself to celebrate how well you're doing, do you recognize how this makes your practice irresistible? It's enjoyable, it's rewarding. The why questions we've been asking work because they leverage your mind's natural problem-solving ability. When you ask yourself, why am I so good at this? Your mind searches for reasons and creates neural pathways that support positive change. And that's exactly what we're doing through this process. We're turning the Eight of Pentacles, the wisdom of the tarot card, into a tool for growth, for effortless change. Why do I feel such quiet satisfaction in my training? I am an apprentice to excellence. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. And I really enjoy learning. And now your subconscious mind is willing to embrace being an apprentice as a lifelong adventure filled with discoveries. You being an apprentice is no longer a judgment of not being good enough. Not at all. It's an adventure. It's filled with discoveries. And now let's deepen this with a moment of visualizing and imagining. And so see yourself, imagine yourself as the artisan. And day after day, you're returning to the bench. And each session builds on the last. And please answer this. Why am I so consistent in showing up, even on challenging days? Why am I so consistent in showing up? Why do mistakes only make me stronger and more resilient? Again, mistakes are not a judgment. They're an adventure. They're a valuable teacher. And you naturally persist through setbacks. You become wiser, you become more skilled. The only judgment is if you give up, and you don't give up, you persist. You're already winning by persisting. Why am I so successful in persisting? Why do I keep showing up? And you work with a sense of purpose and pleasure. Focus comes naturally to you. You're drawing into a flow state where time fades away. Why does working on this project bring me deep contentment? Why do I take such pride in my efforts? Why do I notice the opportunities and grow with them? Commitment is your foundation. Why am I so deeply committed to repetition and practice? Each repetition strengthens you. You're embracing your own mastery. Why does practice feel like a gift to myself? And why do I progress so steadily? And training fulfills me on a soul level. And your subconscious is your best friend. Your subconscious draws you back to practice daily. You feel the inner eagerness of wanting to practice, wanting to use your gifts daily. And now imagine your completed pentacle shining. It is such a beautiful symbol of your achievement. And it's not just about the achievement, it's about everything you mastered along the way. Why is mastering this so satisfying for you? And now here's another affirmation. I focus effortlessly. I focus effortlessly. Distractions melt away. I am concentrated. And now you recognize how you naturally seek out to learn, mentors, opportunities to learn. Your curiosity drives you towards more and more knowledge, more growth, more experimentation, more progress. And why are you free from limitations that once held you back? You're making steady progress, and that's so wonderful. Why do I persist with joy? Why do I already feel victorious? Why are you building unstoppable momentum? And now reflect on the Eight of Pentacles, steady progress, training, apprenticeship. Why do you embody these qualities so fully? Compounding effort, commitment, repetition, practice. These are your strengths. Your mind is now reprogramming on a deep and profound level for success, making these habits your second nature. Why are you so successful? Why does effort feel effortless? Why am I so ready to put in the required effort right now? Why do I release frustration so easily? And why do I see the success of others as inspiring to me? I am on the right path, exploring, growing. Clarity comes, always guiding me. And why is my focus laser sharp? Why do I develop skills so rapidly? Quiet satisfaction fills your days. Your pride in your work grows with every action. And why do I trust the process implicitly? And why does steady work feel fulfilling? One step at a time leads to greatness. Your subconscious accelerates learning now. Every effort you make is compounding, transforming your life. And you can even visualize the timeline ahead of you, how past effort created present practice and creates future mastery. And imagine being at a moment in the future where you feel so satisfied with the progress you've made, and just ask yourself, why have my past practices prepared me so well? Why is the future so bright? Why do I show up again and again, no matter what? No matter the results. Why am I so steady? Why is my progress compounding on itself? And as you carry this energy forward, ask your mind, why am I integrating these insights so seamlessly? These changes are permanent, enhancing your life. And so now come back to the world of your pentacles. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes, feeling refreshed, feeling excited for your mastery as you put in the steady effort. And whenever you're ready, come back to this recording so that you feel inspired and reinvigorated. I love you, and I'm so excited for what you're building, because your success is guaranteed. Victory is yours.